Have you heard of Analogue Paneer? Yes? All right. So when we mention it, people are like, okay, we've heard of analog watch and digital watch. What is Analogue Paneer? Let's understand what Analogue Paneer is. Before that, welcome back to the latest update series of Drishti IAS. This is Divya Kawatra, and today we are going to talk about, well, Analogue Paneer. All right. Let's understand what that is and why there is so much of confusion and what is happening. Like, why is it in news? Is it getting banned or is it getting promoted? What is happening? Okay, we'll answer all those questions one by one. First of all, let's understand the current news that is happening. There is a debate around paneer in India that has almost been there for freshness, adulteration for a year. In 2026, new confusions entered, like is analogue paneer the same thing as fake paneer? Is it fake or what? Right? So now there's a difference between the two. Analogue paneer can be legal. It is not fake, it is not illegal, it is not bad. It can be legal, it can be consumed, it can be good, but provided that it is labeled and sold transparently. If you include the contents properly and if you don't masquerade it as the fat paneer or the dairy paneer, right? What people are doing is they are masquerading it as dairy paneer and selling it on the same rates, right? So that's why the fake paneer is fraudulent, which is when a product is sold as a real milk paneer, even though it is not made of real milk. That is a fraudulent product, fake paneer, right? There is a difference. So let's clearly understand what this analogue paneer means. Shall we? All right. So now analogue paneer is non-dairy substitute for those who are intolerant of dairy, right? They don't have tolerance for dairy. People generally switch to non-dairy like almond milk, soy milk, right? We have those alternates. Similarly, paneer also has an alternate. Like if paneer is not made from dairy, it will also be made from soy. It will be made from almond milk. Something else will be used as a replacement to the dairy product. That makes it analogue paneer. All right. That is clear. It is not traditional dairy paneer. It mimics the appearance, texture, culinary behavior, everything, but it is not dairy, right? How it is made? Traditional paneer, that is for curdling fresh milk and adding vinegar and all that, you know, the basic process. But here what we do is in analogue paneer, we replace the milk fat and milk protein either partially or completely. Like maybe we can mix up normal milk and almond milk 50-50% or soy milk 50-50%, or sometimes completely replaced, like there is no dairy, it is only almond milk or soy milk, right? Both of them are done with cheaper non-dairy ingredients like vegetable oil. Sometimes now what people are doing is they're replacing it with vegetable oil, palm oil, starch milk, milk solids, powders that are used. They're using that, plant proteins like soy and pea, emulsifiers, food stabilizers, to give it the real texture and then sell it in the name of dairy paneer. That is where the problem comes, right? Paneer was supposed to be healthy, it was supposed to be a source of protein, but if you add palm oil in that, if you add emulsifiers and preservatives in that, do you think it will be that healthy? That is where the problem comes. So now, why does it even exist? Like, why do we even have it then? Production costs are lower than pure milk paneer, but they can sell it as pure milk paneer and gain a lot out of it. The pure milk paneer might cost, like, let's say around 50 to 60 rupees per 200 grams, and you get a 200 gram packet for approximately 95 to 105 rupees, right? That is their benefit margin. If you take the cheap ingredients like palm oil, etc., this production cost lowers down to 20 to 30 rupees per 200 gram. But since they are selling it as milk paneer, it will still be what? Sold at 95 to 105. Clear? It will still be sold at 95 to 105. That is their profit margin. That's why it exists, and that's why the market is trying to manipulate it, right? And that manipulation value, production cost, that substantially lowers, that is their better structure. It has has a longer shelf life, also has higher heat stability, because we are adding so many emulsifiers, food stabilizers and structures, right? We are doing that, and because of that the shelf life increases. So people are like, oh, this is safe for a long time, it is a better option. Is that so? Yeah. But the products that are being used are not good. So restaurants, etc., generally tend to buy it because they think that, okay, we cannot use all of it in one day. It depends upon the orders. So even if there is a residue, we can still keep it for further more days, right? So the using tendency is also increasing because of that, right? Because of the shelf life, kitchens, restaurants, commercial caterers, they've started using it more and more. Clear? Exactly. So now let's understand, like, then isn't it like fake paneer? Isn't it just the same as fake paneer then? What is the difference here? Let's understand a bit of a basic points for differences, all right? So if we talk about real paneer, analog paneer, and fake or adulterated paneer, let's understand all three of them altogether. For real paneer, first of all, the primary ingredient is 100% whole milk. For analog paneer, it is vegetable oil, starch, milk solids that are used, not milk, milk solids that are used. And then at the same time, fake adulterated paneer, it has substandard milk fat, detergent, urea, or industrial chemicals. Detergent, yes. Yeah, you've seen detergent in butter. Sometimes there is this foggy texture that comes with the butter. Then legal status, real dairy paneer is fully legal. Analog paneer is legal under FSSAI. Yes, but if accurately labeled as analog or imitation, they have to label it. If you are labeling it, it is legal. People, if they still want to buy it, that's fine. If they are intolerant of dairy, they will go for some other option. They will go for alternative anyway. So this is fine. But fake paneer is completely illegal. This is considered food fraud and unsafe. Is there any offense in real dairy paneer? No, nothing. But for analog paneer, there is fraud occurs when it is solid and it is sold as normal paneer rather than naming it as analog paneer. That is where the fraud occurs without informing the buyer. If you do that, that is the problem. And in terms of fake, illegal manufacturing, storing, selling, everything is wrong here. Everything is wrong in fake paneer. It is not regulated, it is not marked, it is not anything. All right. Exactly. Now the nutritional profile, if we talk about real dairy, it has high natural milk, protein, calcium, everything. Analog paneer, higher in vegetable fat, starch, lower in calcium. And fake paneer, potentially it will be toxic. It won't be good, it will in fact be toxic, right? It will create health hazard, make you fall sick, it will harm your health, totally negative, totally objectifiable, right? Exactly. This is the difference between analog, real and fake paneer. I hope this is clear, yes? Does this make things a little bit more clear, right? So then understand what is the legal situation in India, like who is approving it and how is it getting approved and what is happening. First of all, we have FSSAI, the national regulator, and we've just seen analog paneer is approved by FSSAI, right? So the food analogs, they are permitted as long as they meet the food safety standards. Like they have to be clearly labeled and they have to meet the food safety standards that it doesn't harm our body, right? At least it doesn't do that. That should be done as analog or non-dairy imitation. Passing off as analog product as authentic paneer, that will be wrong. That is something that is a direct violation of FSSAI Act, and your restaurants can be closed down for this, cloud kitchens can be closed down for this if you are using this, all right? And in terms of state bans, state authorities have issued complete bans on manufacture, distribution and restaurant use of analog paneer. There are states like Maharashtra, Gujarat, Chhattisgarh, they've said no fake, no analog, nothing. You use real paneer or you don't use it, as simple as that. FDA surveillance has revealed that over 35% of tested samples have failed the compliance standards. That's why they're like, once we give you the right to produce it, you will definitely create problems in that. So we are not allowing you to use it at all. That's it, right? So there's a widespread consumer deception. Restaurants and shops are secretly using analog paneer to turn down the cost. That is happening, right? And sometimes you go to places and you see that, okay, this is a paneer dish, but this is not that expensive, and then you see the paneer and it has a different texture and you're like, okay, what is this? Maybe it is tofu, maybe it is paneer or what it is, right? That is fake paneer or analog paneer, and that is beyond the permission levels, right? Exactly. That is the legal status. And how do we spot the difference? Then comes the question for a common man, like if we have paneer at home, how exactly do we spot that difference, like this is fake, this is analog, or this is real? How do we know? As a common man, how do you check that? Let's understand. That is very important for you, and do spread awareness regarding this, because number one, you check the packaging and ingredient very closely. If there's any word analog, imitant written there, simply it is not dairy paneer. First of all, the ingredient stock, right? But if somebody is playing smart and not disclosing anything in the ingredient, what do we do is iodine test for starch. Just boil small amount of water and put the paneer piece, a small piece of paneer in that. You keep boiling it, let it cool down. Then what you do is you drop, you must have seen these in videos, right? You drop a few drops of iodine, right? People, what they do is they generally take paneer and directly drop on it. That is different. You have to boil it first. You don't forget that step. Otherwise, the test results won't be true. All right. Generally, people, they see in the video, everybody is dropping iodine and checking the paneer, like if it turns black, if it turns green, if it turns purple, right? But what they don't show you is that you have to boil the paneer first. This is an important step. If you don't do this, the results won't be true. Do you understand that? Yes. So now you boil it and then you add a few drops of iodine solution. If it turns blue purple, then the starch is present, commonly added to analog or adulterated paneer. If it turns blue or purple, that means there is starch. And is it good? The presence of starch? No. Why? Because starch is generally added in analog paneer. All right. The second thing. Then there is hot water test. Drop a piece into a hot water. Real paneer will actually soften down while maintaining the structure. Analog or synthetic will become very rubbery, right? The texture will change, the modacity will change. It will turn into something else. It'll release oil residues, or it will float strangely. You'll see a strange behavior. All in all, you will see a strange behavior if it is not real. All right, that is the hot water test. But you have to be very observant for this one. Iodine test is simple, but you need the iodine tincture for that. Yeah, exactly. Then the texture and aroma. If you are very good at testing it, you can see how soft it is, what the texture is like, and by that it is clearly identifiable. You just have to be a little bit more aware of it, right? Other than that, you can guess it out. These are the methods out of which you can spot the difference at home, whether the paneer is analog, real, or fake. Clear? Exactly. Now, before we move to our question, I have an information for you. We have our Freedom Sale live. That is up to 50% off from 11th to 16th August on all online live courses like UPSC, PCS, teaching, CUT, etc. Right? Especially for the ISGS Foundation course, please remember it is not up to 50% off, it is flat 50% off as the prices have been slashed. This is the lowest price ever. If you're thinking of joining, don't miss out the chance. Join it now from 11th to 16th August. All right. You can join the upcoming batches. Like we have one batch coming from 24th August. You can join that one as well. All right. Alongside that, please remember our mains courses and optional courses are also on discount. That's right. Go check the website or the Drishti IAS learning app. You can avail the discount from there. And if you face any problem and if you have any more queries, you can give us a call on 87501 87501. All right. Don't miss out on the date. Please remember 11th to 16th August. That's right. All right. On that note, let's solve the question. You have a question before you regarding the analog paneer. Read it and give us your answer in the comment section. All right. On that note, I have another information for you. If you want to learn more such exciting current affairs with us, we have a class running every day from Monday to Saturday, 8:30 a.m. live, where we discuss the Hindu newspaper, PIB news analysis, as well as question practice. All right. Do join that session and take benefit on Drishti IAS English channel, Monday to Saturday, 8:30 a.m. live. All right. Okay, so that was our session for the day. Thank you so much for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next session. Till then, take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe And do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.